Alright, fellas, well, today I've got a short little video for you just on why I love the E100. I can go on and on about this. So, as Meat will tell you, I am not the best German heavy driver. I do not understand German armor very well, especially if you go look at my Tiger II stats. I hated the Tiger II for whatever reason. It's got a great gun, and I don't know, it's a good tank. I just don't get it. Conversely, I love the low, and they're very similar, but I don't know. I just didn't like the Tiger very much. But there's something special about this tank, and I'm not just talking about the massive 15-centimeter slaughter cannon it's got on the front of it. I'm talking about the stupid levels of armor it's got. And I know Meat's already put out an instructional video on how to play the E100, so I'm not really going to go over like the special stuff about it. I'm just going to glance over the stats a little bit. 95% protection. Never use the stock gun if you can avoid it. I played like 100 to 150 battles in the stock gun, and I hated it. The mouse can handle that gun, and that's the mouse's gun, the 128. And it can handle that because it's just a different kind of tank. It's not at all a battle tank like the E100 is. But looking at the turret, so let's go up to protection, 200 millimeters upper frontal plate, sides 120 millimeters. That's stupid. That's IS-7-esque side armor. 150 millimeters in the rear. So you'll get bounces to your rear. You won't get them all the time, but it'll happen. 250 millimeters of turret front armor. Now, that being said, it's a giant flat, sloped pretty much upwards. So you're not going to really bounce a lot unless you angle it. And yes, the E100 and the mouse both, you have to angle the turret as well as the tank. And you can't angle them in the same direction because they're different levels of armor and different slopes. And 150 millimeters in the side and rear of the turret, making it very, very easy to protect yourself in this tank that is the size of a two-story house. But looking at the maneuverability, it goes 30, which is actually really good considering its weight of whatever, 129.69 or 129.86 tons, which is a massive vehicle. Very powerful engine, decent traverse speed, 23.6 degrees a second, decent turret traverse speed, and yes, you will get circled in this, so do not try to brawl with light tanks at close range. It's not happening. But, that being said, it's got a great gun, great armor, decent mobility, and I'm going to show you what happened last night when Meat and I were going over this. We were just doing a little playing here, and this happened. So I start off, Nick and I were talking on the phone while we were playing, so you won't really know our communication very well because it was all vocal, but I can tell you what was going on. Right here, I was asking him, should I go left with you or should I go to the middle? And initially he said left. And I was thinking the same thing because they're all mediums, and then I changed my mind. I said, no, I'm going to be much more effective in the mid-left part of the map. So for the moment, I'm going to stay over here with this AMX 50B. It immediately pops up a beautiful shot to put in. Meat and I both put one in at the same time. We're just going to town, to be honest with you. And I'm just going along, chilling. Pulling up right here in case that E50M comes out again. And the MX-30 comes out. I think I'm going to get a shot on him, but no dice. I get shot in the rear side and the front. See, 2 bounces right off the bat. Great armor. As long as you're not looking straight at them, they're going to bounce. Then I see there's a Bachat and a T-125 on my rear. I let the AMX take that because I really don't want to be a punching bag, a giant house-sized punching bag. And then I see the Jagdpanzer up here, and I don't want to give him shots on me. So to make my gun most effective, I push straight forward up underneath him. So if he wants to fight me, he's going to have to come down to my level to do it, and he does not want to do that. And you'll see that later in the game of what happens when he does. But for the moment, I'm just chilling here because I know he's not coming down with this many tanks left. So I'm looking up, T125, thought he was going to poke out. Nope. Then here comes an AMX flying around the corner. Put one in. I take one shot from him. Right here. 407. And then bounce. Almost loaded. I push up into him to slow him so he can't really circle me. I switch to HE because he's giving me a side shot and smack. 1,045 straight to a side and bounce his third round. So I bounced effectively a maximum of 1,000 damage right there just by looking at him. And then I rammed him twice, put another shot in, spin around, check the Jagdpanzer, he's still up on top of the hill. Aim for the T-125's ammo rack, and I hit it, but I don't destroy it because that's an RNG thing. So I look straight at that ammo rack, put one in, damage his ammo rack, roll high, back up, give him 3 hit points, he's dead. Check that Jag again, he's still not doing anything. T-110's dead, I'm not going to worry about him really. Then I look at the Bachat, I immediately switch to HE. Seeing that Bachat up there, I'm like, oh, that's a free 900 damage. Sure enough, 914. I've done 4,166 damage as of this point. And that's just from shooting. I've done another 150 damage or so from ramming. So I'm looking around. Nothing to see here. I look up. I just use AP here. Put another one into the Bachat. Spin around. Here he comes. And he hesitates because he doesn't want to do it. Bam. Bounce. And he's low health. So I just stay right on that rear. And one thing when you're in really close quarters like this, don't scope in. It makes it extremely hard to aim. You want to get good at no scoping, and especially in slow, close range brawling tanks like the E100. Now, Meat I thought was gonna die because I thought the grill was still over there, but he was not. And I see the Bachat. I think he's gonna push around, but as a matter of fact, he doesn't. Nick thinks the grill is over in their spawn somewhere. And then I'm like, well, there's nothing here, so I might as well move forward a little bit. And then the grill shows up, and I spot him somehow. And so I back up because I thought he had shots on me. I didn't want to take any. But no. And then he disappears again, and I'm trying to cut him off. So what I do is I push straight up the hill in front of me. And somehow those two tanks in like the 20-second period that I'm climbing the hill, those two tanks switched positions. So Nick is going to run into the Bachat, and I'm going to run into the grill. And that's fine, because they're both one-shots for either of us. So there's the Bachat. Turns around the corner. Nick smacks him. Then I look left. I look right thinking the grill's over there, but no. He switched and went over here, and he did not pull back in time, and I finished him off. And that is a phenomenal game in the E100. Look at all those. Look at all that. First class, tier 10, high caliber, 5,600 damage. I made 25,000 credits just from bouncing so many rounds. Look, damn it, hits received, penetrations 3, without damage 4. And 9 hits, 9 penetrations. I didn't bounce anything, I didn't miss anything. I didn't do any spotting damage, but that's fine, I didn't need to, because I'm an E100. Looking at the team, top of the match, pretty much added up the rest of the team's damage combined, except for that FV. Their Bachat had a good game as well, but I didn't upvote him because he was kind of a jerk at the end. But, yeah. So that is why I love the E100. And I will continue to play this tank forever because it is extremely fun. And whenever I need a win in tier 10, this is what I go to. Just because it has the derp factor that I love, it has the armor that I love, and it has good mobility. And, yeah, so CJ17 Invader signing out.